Hello, my friends, and welcome to the first gamer State of the Union address for this year, in the year 20 double X. Well, it's not much of a gamer State of the Union address. Just wanted to welcome you all to 40 years in making because Capcom told us so. So, let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? For the last couple of years that we've been here, since, I don't know, for me it's been about, since I've been around on YouTube since 2006, and I've only had this channel around for about, say, oh, 14, this would be 14. This would be my 14th year as a YouTuber. And this will be my 10th year as a Let's Player. And to those who are new to the channel, welcome. I am the guy who basically plays all these crazy games that you see here. Amassed amount of almost over 100 or so titles, be they visual novels, RPGs, and all those in between, mainly platform shooters and the like. I don't really play the popular games, but I play the less popular games for those who knows. And even with the newer age, I still find the ones that just tend to sit there. And it's not just because, I don't have a thing for popular games. Sometimes I do, but most times I don't do popular games on my channel. I do the ones less popular on my channel. So far I've amassed about the following. As far as series go, let's see. I have almost all of Eve, which is probably my longest running title per se on this channel. My next one that I plan to do following Eve, because the last one that has been released was 9, and that's on PS4, but no data when we're going to get an English release of 9. So, as far as channel goes, the last East I will actually ever do will most likely be Lacrimosa of Dana. And that game has been so elusive as hell to get because of the goddamn price. It's been like it has the record of holding the same price for over a couple of years, or maybe a couple of months. But still, it has held the record of not actually changing its price after so long until this moment in time. And I find that very interesting because East has been a long time favorite series of mine, and it wouldn't be right if I didn't get East for myself. Now I remember my buddy Ryu sent me the PC version of East 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, and of course it doesn't work because it's not because of my computer. Well, it might be because of my computer, but the thing is, with certain games, it just can't run high-end graphics. It just can't. As much as I've tried, it just won't do that. That's okay though. It's not a problem because, well, that's what I have a PS4 for. You see, if a game that I can't run on the PC, I can run it and record it straight off the PS4. That's not a problem. Now, for some games, I might have to redo from the ground up, and I might pull out my laptop for that. My laptop is also Windows 10 ready, and possibly it can go the distance that this rig of mine cannot do. Either that, or I'm just going to have to get a full-blown gaming PC. That's one of the things I plan to do for this year is get myself a gaming PC, most likely from Newegg. That's one of the things I plan to do. Just to make sure that nothing like this actually ever happens again. But just in case, it's always good to have a backup. As far as new stuff, well, we got some new stuff on the channel, in which, as of recent, I managed to get a few fan translations, I'll say that most people have seen, but possibly never seen an English version of. Like, for instance, the last one that I actually got, well, there were two ones, and you saw them on my channel. And that's Nadia, The Secret of Blue Water, and Hero Chronicles or Hero Senki. Hero Chronicles is basically that of the backstory behind the Kampati Hero series, or the Great Battle series. And for those who don't follow the Great Battle series, well, it is a mockery of technically the following of tokusatsu and anime. From the tokusatsu side, we have Kamen Rider, Ultraman, or Ultraman. I prefer saying Ultraman. And even Godzilla. Because yes, in one game he is in the Kampati. It's the Battle Soccer series, I believe. He was in Battle Soccer, so he does count. Too bad they didn't put in Zone Fighter. That would have been nice if they had the right to put in Zone Fighter. That would have been like that would have been nice to add. So basically, in Project Senki, Project Olympus, or Hero Senki Project Olympus. That's the whole name and title. You play as a team of 4, but you will basically play as 3. So you have four teammates. You basically have 1 Rider, 1 Gundam, 1 Ultra, and the 4th is naturally going to be Banpresto. And the only character from Banpresto would be the Gespins and Gideon Yeager, the pilot of the Gespins. So therefore, in the coming months to come, because I'm not done with the recording yet, I will have Project Olympus ready to go. I mean, so far I've been enjoying the game, and pretty much for those who are a fan of tokusatsu and anime, basically, you will enjoy it because it does have the following: Gundam, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, and let's see, Banpresto. So you got Gundam, Banpresto, Ultraman, Kamen Rider. think there's three. So it's like the Ultra Continent, the Gundam Continent, and the Rider Continent. So yeah, you got mainly these four elements in there: Banpresto, Gundam, Ultraman, and Kamen Rider. It's an interesting yet funny story through and through, and mainly it's a mismatch of everything within within the Compati Hero series. For the most part, a mismatch of the aliens, the human bad guys, and yeah, basically Gundam. Gundam, the pilots of the Gundam, the aliens from Ultraman, and the organizations from the Kamen Rider series. The Showa Riders, by the way. I've only have like at least 10 parts in as far as recording goes. So I just been off and on that. And the same goes for what you're saying now, Back to the Future. I already have 6 parts in which I'm going to work. I mean, I've already got part 1 done. The next one I will have ready to go by, say, next week would be episode 2. Because episode 2 doesn't seem long, so for the most part, you'll get 1 and 2 by, say, the week coming in. Let's see. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth? I could tell you, boy, it's getting really good, and I'm closing to the end. I'm closing in on the end. Now, I read up on the sequel to it, Hacker's Memory, and it's 2 chapters less than Cyber Sleuth. But it has some nice perks if you have a game clear on it. But I won't go into details. When we get to the Let's Play, you will definitely see for yourself what happens after you've cleared the game. And as you can tell, I'm also working on something in the PSP library. As you can already tell, I'm doing PSP games now. The only thing I just will not do, as far as that's concerned, is I will not be doing Shin Megami Tensei, nor Persona. Because as a rule, I do not do popular games. And Persona has been gaining a lot of popularity. So I stay away from that. It is the reason why I'm basically, in a sense, starting over, because I started off this way because I like playing the lesser known games. That doesn't mean I don't care much for the newer games. It's just, if you come here just to say, oh, I want to do this and this and this and that. No, I usually like older games because they provide much more challenge and they have more depth, and plus they tend to be a little longer than other games. But then again, I do have a mishmash of everything on my desktop as I'm looking at. There's some games that I will pretty much be retrying for a second time around since the switch over to Windows 10. Some games just didn't run well when it was a 7 machine, but now it's a 10 machine. I'm going to be doing quite a bit of testing just to see what runs and what doesn't run. So with other games like Yakuza 1, 2, I actually have all the series, so I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming in next month, and then I have 6. So I have all of the Yakuza series, in which for the most part, when I get around to, say, doing 1, That's definitely going to be a Let's Play. Unless if I get a digital copy, then I will stream it. Yes, I have considered streaming because I hadn't done any. I tried doing streaming last year. Didn't turn out so well. Didn't have much of a big turnout. Maybe because I'm not consistent with streams because, well, everybody else streams, but I don't. Because I never found the time to do so. But now that I feel that the times have changed, I might have more time to do so. So at least if I find a day, one day, and a time to do it, it'll most likely be on a Friday. I'm gonna do a test stream this coming Friday and see it develops. I'm not gonna do anything crazy, but as far as I'm concerned, my PS4 will be doing most of the work as far as streaming is concerned. Because I have certain games that I did get for myself for PS4, and just doing them as Let's Play is not enough. So some I just gotta fool around with. Some I just need to play. And of course I'm just gonna, have fun while I'm on here. Because it wouldn't be right for me not to have fun on this thing while I'm just basically doing Let's Plays. I mean, I want to do streams too, but I want everybody to have the opportunity to join in on the fun that I'm sharing with you on my channel as well as when I'm streaming. And hey, if all goes well, I might do a hefty batch of streaming every Friday. Depends on the turnout. And even if it doesn't have turnout, as long as you see what I've shown, that's the most important thing. So another thing that needs to be covered is what I'm working on. I think I mentioned this in my... I've already mentioned a part of this. And I'm actually going to my YouTube channel right now on my phone. And as you can hear that in the background, or if you can't hear that in the background, I'm surprised you can't. But I'm going to read off what we got planned for, say, the next couple of well, I shouldn't say next couple of weeks, but well, let's just see. What do I have as far as what I just said I was going to do? Okay, so we got 3 in Back to the Future, 60 in Digimon Story. Ghostbusters Remastered is 19 videos, so yay, that game's finished. We got the Ace Attorney Collection with 50 videos, and that's only the first 2 games on Steam. Well, remastered on Steam. 35 in Tales of Vesperia, 108 in Yuga Gotoku or Yakuza, 15 in Otaku no Saiza, 13 in a new one that I made recently of Neketsu Koha Kunio-kun, 44 in Breath of Fire. I plan to make a second Breath of Fire playlist because I plan on continuing doing Breath of Fire. The Izzy versus series, well, I haven't. There is no number on what I got for this series. For The Walking Dead, it's complete with 36 videos. My reviews are 122. Tokiden with 33. Earthbound Zero with only 9 videos. The Tenkai Project with 44 videos. Fate of the Emblem of Justice with 22 videos. My novel plays with 101 videos. Dragon Ball with 73 videos. Shining as in the Shining series. 44 videos, and lots of others, to name a few. And I definitely do need to go back to some of the games that I worked on, but never really, finished. Like some of the games that I probably plan on going back to would possibly be Phantasy Star Universe, Phantasy Star 3. There's no way in hell I'm going to do the first two. Tales of Symphonia, plan to go back on that one. Let's see. Ain't much else I can actually say because most of what I'm looking at on my phone is mostly complete. My backlog is like freaking complete with I don't know what. Oh yeah, Dragon Quest 9. That's another one I need to go back to. But if you go to my backlog, I got like a whole mess of games that have been just totally complete in over years. To which I can only say, damn. I mean, I'm looking at it, it's like, good lord, I got a lot of completed games. Not much else I can do. It's just really that much that is actually going on. So as far as that is concerned, good lord. So we're going to my channel, or actually I'm going to my channel, and I'm going to community, and I'm going to share with you what I am working on. So, like I mentioned, Hero Senki Project Olympus, Galgun Double Peace, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Let's see. I'm also This is all stuff I'm actually working on behind the scenes. A Certain Magical Index, and what you're already seeing right now, Back to the Future the game. So, as I mentioned, I will have some projects in rotation. And the only projects I will have in rotation within 2 weeks, like I said, I'm giving myself a little cool down of sorts just to pace myself from doing long-winded projects. Because some games are quite longer than others, and, sometimes I just can't keep up with the pace. So in the next 2 weeks, we will have Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations Revisited. Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, we'll be going back to that. Super Robot Tyson OG Saga 1 Endless Frontier. And Earthbound 0. So for what it's worth, though, I think it's safe to say you come in at a great time because I feel it's like this. You will not be, by any stretch of the imagination, disappointed with what you're going to see in 20XX. Because let me tell you, that's only the start of many things to come, because there are some games that I basically have not shared with you guys. And I think it's best to say is you keep watching, and of course, pass the word around. It's always great to have new viewers. It's even greater to even have new commenters. And even if you're looking in the backlogs of older videos, that's great too. It just shows that what I have in the all the way back there, all the way back into like at least the 2010 section. Some games, what I will do is, yes, they will desire a revisit because some games I haven't done in like a long time since the very start of my channel. So it's gonna be nice to revisit some games And God help my throat if I have to do some major overhaul voice acting. I am a voice actor as well too. Not very known, but I'm working on it. That's all you need to know. I'm working on it. I'm getting better as I go along. So that, yeah, lots to go around as far as what's happening now. I will be working. I'll be working more on Back to the Future, the game, later on today. Hopefully by the end of this month, that should be done. And I think that will be the last of the old school Telltale games that I have until they release The Wolf Among Us 2. Then we're going to have to wait for that. As well as what I still have going on, projects that I still got in, I have in say, the back burner. And all sorts of goodies. And this is just only, say, the first 3 months. I haven't even mentioned, I mean, yeah, in the first 3 months, yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of good stuff. It's going to be a whole lot of craziness that I can tell you, that's for sure. But for the most part, you're going to like it. And, hey, welcome to the new world. That's all I can say. So until next time, whatever I plan on doing and sharing with you guys, I've been your friendly neighborhood Tenkaichi, Ichigo Musuko, and I will see you next time for more great videos. If you ever want to look for something and you can't find it, make sure to either do the following, #PookieIzzy7, that's POOKIEIZZY, the number 7. Just to make sure that's where you can find my stuff, and that's a fast travel way of finding my channel as well. Other times it's Izzy Versus or Chestofobscurity. I take requests. Please make your requests simple. And if you have to throw some hints my way, please do it before I start the project, because after I start the project, if either I haven't reached that point yet, if you're giving me a heads up, that's fine. As long as you don't spoil it, we good. Alright? So with that, I shall see you next time with more great content. I hope you have been enjoying the videos I've been showing for the last couple weeks or so. If your stay has been very short, please enjoy your stay, and hope to see you around for more great content. So until then, Happy New Year, everyone. And 2020 will be the year for you fill it in for yourself. That's a challenge to everyone out there. For me, it's growth and completion. See you next time, and thanks for listening and watching. Die Tensol! See you next game.